What is up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. We've got 12 new Flash designs to take a look at here today. We've got some absolutely epic variations for today's episode. Of course, if you guys do enjoy today's video, don't forget to go on ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Should we hit 1,000 likes once again, you will see yet another customs video. I took a bunch of the comments into mind from the last video. A lot of you guys left suggestions for like certain designs that you would like to see, different combinations of the Flash along with other characters. So of course, once again, if you have an idea for another Flash design that you would like to see made into a Lego minifigure, you can leave that in the comment section below. I will check out the comments. I promise you guys that I will take that into mind when I design the other characters for the next episode. But today we've got 12 brand new designs to take a look at. Now, I guess I should clarify that they're not exactly brand new, because the first design is a little bit of an overlap, and that would be King Flash. So that is the first design that we'll look at. I have improved the design, taking into mind all the suggestions that you guys left, and I actually do think that it looks way cooler. So this is the Flash crossed over with Dr. Fate, and kind of going off of a theme of him becoming pretty much a king. And I think that this character turned out absolutely incredibly epic. Now from there, let's move right along, not wasting any time. We move right along to our next Flash design, and that would be the Green Lantern Flash. And I wanted to go on ahead and use some of the different masks for this particular Flash showcase. So this time we've obviously got a different design for the Flash helmet. We do still have the Green Lantern ring. You can see the lantern energy surging through the character, which I think looks really cool. And obviously we went with the Simon Baz torso piece in order to try to make that look ever so accurate. So I think that, again, this one's a really cool take. And obviously the other cool thing about this one is that as the character's running, you can still see the glowing green energy following the character along. So I think that that turns out really cool as well. And so from this design of the Green Lantern crossover of the Flash, we then move right along to our next Flash design, and that would be Bane Flash. So the idea behind this one is to combine Bane and the Flash. I did go on ahead and actually not give him the speedster ability, just because I think that it makes a little bit more sense, I guess, for him. If he's just going to be like this brooding giant character, it makes a little bit more sense that he would not particularly care to move around very quickly, and he's just much more so focused on using the Venom toxin to be absolutely ridiculously powerful. So we went for, once again, a green and black motif, which I guess after we've just taken a look at the Green Lantern design, kind of seems a tad bit repetitive, but I guess if we broke those designs a little bit apart, I think that it would stand on its own a little bit more. And I will say that you can see that obviously still the design is substantially different to what we did with the Green Lantern look, and I think that looks really cool. We've got the toxin canister on the back there, and of course he's got the breathing apparatus, as though that is maybe the way that he's actually using the toxin. So I think that that works really well. We gave him the monster kind of pose, or strong pose, so that he's able to look a little bit more menacing and a little bit larger as a character, because of course, unfortunately, we can't actually design any big figs. If we could have, we obviously would have done that as well. And so from there, we then move along. Just think to yourself, what happens if the Flash crosses over with Spawn? And so that's how we get Spawn Flash. You've got the absolutely ridiculously epic giant axe. You've got a very Spawn-esque attire. Obviously going for the mostly Spawn motif blended with the Flash mask as well. And I think this one looks super duper cool. And it just seems like, I guess because, you know, the Flash's most of his costume is red, and Spawn, most of his costume is red and black. So that really works together super duper well, and you get, as a result of that, Spawn Flash as a character that we get to see here today. I don't know why it doesn't have the speedster ability for this guy. It really should, so I'm not really sure. I guess maybe it didn't save, because some of the characters for some reason did not save the speedster ability. So I guess this must have been one of said characters. Wow, I didn't even know that there was another one of these gyrospheres over here. That's interesting. I guess we learned something new here today. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's move right along to our next design. And this one, ooh, this one is a really cool request. So some of you guys were saying in the comments section on the last video, just basically like, hey, create a stealth design for the Flash, or maybe something more like inspired, like as if he's like a secret agent or something like that. So that's the idea behind this design right here. Still went ahead and included a lot of the Flash elements that you would expect, but went for a mostly black attire. And I think it looks super duper sleek and very, 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 very cool. I went ahead and even actually covered up the like mouth plate as well, so you have kind of like a face cover there also. So I think it looks super duper cool, and again, just gives us a completely different vibe for this particular variation of the Flash. So I think that this one turned out quite cool. And obviously, like I said, guys, if you have other suggestions for different Flash designs that you would like to see, you can leave that in the comment section below. I will take that into mind when I am doing, hopefully, the next video for this type of showcase. If you guys want to see more of these videos, hit the thumbs up button. All right, let's move right along. Next up, we have Fire Flash. So this is obviously pretty much a crossover between the Human Torch and Flash. So I think that this one looks super duper cool. I went ahead and gave him a completely different faceplate to create the idea that obviously behind fire and everything, I mean, with Human Torch, usually you just kind of see him on fire for the most part, but here I just thought that it would look a little bit odd, like if we went with just a regular human face. So because of that, I went with like the faceplate kind of look to almost give him like this skeletal mask type look. And you can see he's got the fire effect both on the hair and on the arms, making him look absolutely ridiculously epic. And the other thing that I absolutely think looks ridiculously awesome is the running animation, because when you're running, it legitimately looks like just a giant pile of fire making its way through the field. I mean, like, look at that. That just looks absolutely ridiculously epic. So I think that that turned out very, 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 very cool. And I personally think that this is one of the coolest designs that we have here today. Now, with that all in mind, and now that we've taken a look at the Fire Flash, let's go on ahead and move right along to our next design, shall we? Next up, we have Budget Flash. So the idea behind this one was pretty much to create almost like you know how Spider-Man creates a homemade suit? So the idea behind this one was basically like, what would happen if Barry Allen did not have a particularly big budget to create, like, you know, one of his fancier costumes? And so because of that, he created this much more kind of cheap homemade costume where it's pretty much a t-shirt with his logo, then a weird, like, maybe he like took a bicycle helmet or just something, you know, like that, and then a handkerchief to cover up the face and cover up his secret identity, and then just some jeans and boots. So I thought that that's a really cool idea. Again, just something that would maybe even make sense within some type of a storyline, because typically speaking, obviously the Flash has this really fancy looking costume, but it's like, what happens if, let's say, Flash or Barry Allen has to go on ahead and put together his own costume at home? Maybe this would be something that you would see as the design that he comes up with. And so let's go on ahead and transition from that design. Ooh, this one's an absolutely epic one. So this is Apocalypse Flash. So the design here is obviously this is kind of a post-apocalyptic take on the Flash. So you've got the big giant gray beard, as though obviously the character has aged quite a bit. He's got dual-wielding axes. You've got a torn-up cape. You've got, of course, the rest of the attire is really, really battle-damaged as well and super-duper weathered, using mostly a lot of the different parts from the Lego Batman movie or Lego Batman 2 movie DLC pack. So you can see a lot of the different elements from those different costumes, whether it be the Alfred costumes or the Batman costumes, incorporated into this design, because after all, the Lego Batman 2 movie, or sorry, Lego Batman 2 movie, Lego Batman Lego Movie 2 design is obviously kind of a post-apocalyptic theme, so I think that that fits very, very, very well for what we're trying to get across. And so from there, let's move along. Ooh, this one was a really popular request, which was the Wild West or Cowboy Flash. So I went ahead and gave him the dual-wielding pistols, kind of a obviously typical cowboy hat look, And then for the mask, I actually did try to do something a little bit different, you know, try to incorporate kind of a old school, maybe leather goggles design, and then he's wearing this really epic looking trench coat. So that's the idea behind that, and I think it turned out actually quite cool. Definitely an epic look, and something completely different to any of the other designs that we've done so far. So I'm definitely pretty happy with the way that this one turned out. Obviously, he's got the speedster ability as well, so that he could be the fastest Flash in the West. And so, with that design completed, we have just a couple more to go. Next up, we have Cat Flash. So this is a crossover between, I guess, Catwoman and the Flash. That was the design behind this one. So he's got the tail. He's got kind of a different pattern design for the arms. He's got the Catwoman mask repainted red, obviously, to fit the Flash motif. And then, obviously, we've given him some claws as well, as that seems like it would sort of fit, obviously, a character that's supposed to be cat-inspired. That character probably makes sense for that character to go on ahead and have some claws. So I think that this one, again, a little bit more of an obscure pick, but you know what? A lot of people were asking for a design and a crossover between Catwoman and the Flash, so that's what we came up with here for today. So, from there, let's go on ahead and transition to our next design, which is going to be Fancy Flash. So this is the Flash as if he's maybe, I don't know, going to like a wedding or something, you know, some sort of a significant event or something like that. That's the idea behind this one. So he's got kind of a mostly white and red costume, and then he's got the epic bow tie there. Obviously still has his speedster ability, so he's able to go on ahead and traverse around the environment super duper fast without any obstacles and such, making his way across super duper quickly. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the finale, and as always, we have kind of a ridiculous design for the last Flash design that we're going to look at here today, and that is Fast Food Flash! Because of course, how could you not have a crossover between a character who's a speedster and a fast food delivery guy? It's a perfect idea! This is Flash if he never needed to be a superhero, and he just used his super abilities to basically be an Uber Eats driver, I guess. And he would dress up absolutely ridiculous as a chicken, holding fish, I guess. I don't really know why he's holding fish if he's dressed up as a chicken, but it is what it is. We've got the Condiment King belt buckle with all the different condiments and everything, just because I thought that would be a cool incorporation into this design. And overall, again, an absolutely ridiculous design, but one that I think actually does turn out to be pretty funny. So that is our ridiculous design of the day. There is the one and only Fast Food Flash. And so there you go, guys. That is 12 different Flash designs here for today to be showcased. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, turn on those notifications. I will hopefully get you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators.